Good afternoon. I just thought we'd have a little ride out and a walk today. So we're going to go to Micklefield, walk onto Church Fenton and then head back. So it's going to be interesting actually, because at Church Fenton there's no Leeds service, so we'll probably have to go into York or over to Selby to get back to Leeds and then here. Okay, so we'll get the next train in, which shouldn't be far away now, a couple of minutes, Scarborough service, and and then get the connection to Micklefield. Hopefully it's only about a 7 or 8 minute connection, so it's a bit less than official of 10, but should do it. Okay, let's go for it. Right, the Scarborough train is approaching. Just a fraction late, we should be okay. Five 143 at the front. We need to be in the rear coach of the front unit ideally. Right, just leaving Cottingley now, heading to Leeds. If they just extended the platforms a little bit more, we'd have 6 coach space on here. Yeah, to about there, something like that. Still haven't done platform 0 yet, have we? We must do that one day. Means going to the Harrogate or Horsforth or Bradford, Foster Square, Shipley, something like that, or Ilcleven. It's all those sort of lines that are using it. You can get to Huddersfield from it, but chances of doing that on a Huddersfield service is very unlikely. Right, heading to Leeds. Let's get over for the York stopping service, which is on platform 7. Oh, look at the sun now. Just what we want. A good bit of sun. So about 6 minutes and it's away. This is our train here. Right, just leaving Leeds. Not done platform 7 very often. Sun side, we're south side. Leeds Parish Church, a bit dark, isn't it? From the shadow side, of course. That. Anyway, let's get to Micklefield and start walking. I just arrived at Cross Gates, and instead of putting through roads back in, they put a fence here, which is really sensible. Absolutely beyond me. Wasted all that money. They could put through roads back in and be far more appropriate. Just leaving Cross Gates. See, that platform's a lot lower at this end.
Customers are requested to remain vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police via text on 61.
Looks like they're building some new houses here. Who can afford to buy them, I wonder? New village, because this is where Manston Crossing is or was. It was there, it's gone now. Just leaving East Garforth. Next stop Micklefield.
1
Right, here we are, Micklefield, end of the West Yorkshire PTE ticket area. So we'll walk off into North Yorkshire shortly. Right, where's the machine? Main line, obviously the right hand feather is for the Selby line and Hull. So we'll see this one head out and then we'll walk off to Church Fenton. It's York only now, is this service. Little discrepancy with the conductor there, but anyway, we've sorted it. She came round to my way of thinking. Slightly curves left before you get to the right line to, what is it, isn't it? Very slightly. Right, just going to see the whole train through and then we'll head off. So switch cameras. You can see the feather is lit up now for the right turn, even though it used to be one either way years ago at that end of the station, so you couldn't actually see it at the time until they moved it here. So this is the Hull service just from Leeds. Right, we want to be downstairs now. Down here. View Ranger is going, so we'll record and see how far we go. It'll be longer than the Howden walk probably, but it'll also be shorter than Gargrave to Long Preston, I think. Probably about 6 or 7 miles, I guess. We'll see. This is the old Great North Road, is this? This under the railway now. I think this looks like it might be wide enough for 3 tracks, this bridge. So you've got 2 miles, because you've got the platforms on, haven't it, for one thing, do you? It's got the platforms on. So battery's freshly charged for the drone. So we'll see where we can fly that. Right, we're coming alongside the modified motorway, which used to be near to this side of these trees years ago. I'll just go to this just there. So let's head down here. We've done a bike ride before today, up and down here, I think, haven't we? So, footpath, here we go. Yeah.
You're really fast, mate.
This will take us underneath the motorway now. Just here. This is obviously relatively new. Original one would have been here, if there was an original one. Right, we've just entered High Royds Wood now here, and there's some kind of BMX type track or motorbikes just there. So we're heading down this way. We'll bear over to the right shortly. we'll need to pass underneath the Selby line. Oh no, to the line, no, I think it's across it. Then over the top of the York line to head towards, oh, what's it named, that hall. There's some like a bit like a hall, some old-fashioned type hall. Can't remember what it was now. Let's bear over to the right here. So that just goes back down towards the station. This is where we're, oh, it might be up there actually. Let's check it. Sounds like a Voyager, does that, doesn't it? Cross country. Anyway, it's up to the right now. Up here. On the edge of the woods. The Selby line isn't that far away. Down there. I think we've probably crossed into North Yorkshire just now. There's no sign to tell us, but I think we might have done. Micklepfield's quite close to the boundary. Right, just come down to the woods here, and that down there will take us back towards the motorway, which we don't want. We're going down this way, and there's a sign to replicate all three routes. Let's go this way. Coming out to the open now. I could fly the drone somewhere here, but we'll get a little bit further away from the trees. Possibly have our first drone flight. Power lines and pylons and whatever, just that telephone line there. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, it's coming out nice now. Just get a little bit nearer to the Selby line down here, and then we'll have a go with the drone. Might use sport mode. A bit quicker, but the thing is it could knock into something if there's anything about, because it hasn't got that sensitive thing on it. There's a bit of a dog leg here ahead, a blip sort of right left, then left right again further up, just to get around what looks like a quarry, but can't see anything that resembles a quarry here. Maybe we will with the drone, we'll see. Oh, there's some kind of quarry here. I'm just wondering if this is where they filmed that episode of A Touch of Frost. But there's no like conveyor belt thingy. I've never seen that before. And I wouldn't recommend swimming in that lake. It could be full of all sorts of chemicals. Nice easy walking here, isn't it? Because it's all fairly firm and reasonably dry. It looks like it could have been wet at some point a few weeks ago perhaps. Talking of wet, there's a right big puddle up ahead, but we can get around it fairly easily. So it almost looks as if there's no one there. There's certainly no one working. Spoke too soon about things being dry, didn't we? Right, motorway over there now, and this dirt road now is what we need here to turn left, but only here, not into the quarry yet. It's closed, it's all locked up. Obviously not doing any work today. So left here and then right straight down to the crossing. Yeah, I can hear some planes knocking about. I'd rather not be flying a drone when there's a plane knocking about somewhere. I know the chances of a collision are unlikely, but and it's this expensive drone I would not want to have damaged. We'll see what time we get to Church Fenton anyway, there's no great rush. Nothing much to do when we get back, apart from eat, log the journeys, and go to bed. Right, we're coming up to the crossing now with the Selby line, so I might get the drone out in a minute. Very light winds. So yeah, that's the Selby line, that's obviously towards Leeds that way, and Micklefield, and motorway's just down that way. York service, the York line's just further over, you know where that house is over there, before the turbines of course. And it's Huddleston Hall that we're going to walk past a bit later. Huddleston Hall, that's the one I couldn't remember. When we did the Micklefield to South Milford walk last year, nearly a year ago, probably about April I think it was, or May, we were on the opposite side of the railway and we saw this crossing but we didn't actually go over. Right, let's get to the crossing. There's nothing due on this line for at least half an hour, so we'll press on. We just missed one earlier from Hull to Leeds, a northern service. There's more trains on the York line, of course. Little ball. It's probably a dog's ball that someone's just left. We'll leave it there for now. Unless it's a lemon. Like a lemon. One of them squeezy lemon juice things. Right. Right, so this is looking towards Selby, Hull. There's green light down there now. It was yellow earlier. And it's yellow that way, because obviously the next one's for the junction. I think you can just see the York line in the distance there. Or the path of where it goes. Maybe not. It's just over there where them trees are. So let's retrace part of the walk we did, Micklefield South Milford. So we're going to go left here. What's the speed here? Let's see on this access point. Oh, it's 90. 90 mile an hour either way. Right, so let's go to the left. That's where we went down there last time when we did the walk to South Milford. We'll retrace the route this way now and head over towards Huddleston Hall. We should cross the York line on that bridge that has like a metal support part way down. I think they may need to raise that for overhead wires. If it does, looks like they're electrifying York Leeds anyway, because there's some stanchions nearer to Otterskelf now. There is. Ah, yeah, you can just see a signal and like a junction box right over there on the York line. Let's get to it. Right, there's a right turn coming up somewhere. Just here, I think now, and that'll take us over to Huddleston Hall. Ooh, currant bun. Oh, wish it to be a bit warmer. And just stay nice and hot all the way through to October. Right, follow the road to the right now. Where the gate is ahead there, just behind these telegraph poles, that's where we came from when we did the walk from Micklefield to South Milford. Obviously, opposite way to now. So, up here. Right, we just come up there. You can still see the Selby line just down there. And this is the York line. A few flies about. And this is the bridge. over the... Oh, it's not the bridge I was expecting. It isn't. It's further down there, is that one with the metal strip. Yeah, I was expecting being down there. It doesn't matter. So let's continue to Huddleston Hall. Oh, this is awkward. Right, I think the path we should have been on's to the right here and left over this bridge. But we'll see. This is the bridge that has the metal bars underneath it for strength. There's a 3-ton weight limit, not that you can get anything like 3 tons on it. Right. So this looks towards Church Fenton in York, which is the direction we're heading in. Looks like there's another bridge down there that's been removed. And this is looking back towards Leeds and Micklefield. See the yellow then the red ahead, can't you? Right, there's a couple of trains we're going to get here now fairly quickly. This is the first one, Liverpool to Newcastle. For the first time we're filming from this bridge, not travelling under it. Cross-country service due the other way very shortly, so hang on for that and then we'll move on. There it is, and this is our longest distance train, Aberdeen to Penzance. That's the bridge where we got stuck, had to come back. Oh, it's a distance, is that one? It's not actually a cable showing a red. Right, I'm not so sure whether on an official path here now or not, but it's good enough to walk on. So we've been cutting the trees down here so that it looks a bit indistinct on the map. But we should come to Huddleston Hall fairly soon. It's on the other side of these trees up ahead. Right, back to a little bit of civilization now. Huddleston Hall is just, I think it's a farm as well actually. It's that green building through the trees up there. Not quite sure where we would have come onto this path had we have gone through that bit where we couldn't get through. But anyway, we've managed. Right, this is the path which we would have done had we, there's some people walking it down there as well. So this is the path we should have used, but anyway, we couldn't help that. Let's get down here now past Huddleston Hall and on towards Barkston Ash and Church Fenton. There's even a way marker there, look, that's handy. Right, this is supposed to be Huddleston Hall. I don't know if it's actually one way you can pay and go around it in normal circumstances or not, but could that be? I don't know if it's a house, is that, I think. Strange. I wonder if it's just Huddleston Hall Farm and not anywhere like a stately home, a sort of small stately home, because that's where I thought it might have been. Oh, it's further down here, maybe the hall. Get a lot of seagulls, can't we? One of the birds up there. Seagulls have come inland. Oh, that might be the hall there. It's very old building, that I bet. Google it, it might tell you something. Anyway, it must be to the right down here. Right, this is looking back. So yeah, this is Huddleston Hall. I don't know where you pay if you can go around it, but obviously at the moment it'll be shut. Hiya. Right, down here. We'll try going left, possibly just after the gate. Right, we've got another gate here, but obviously with it being a proper path, there is actually means to get round, which is perfectly expectable. So, right, if there's a left turn doable further up here, I might just do that. Oh, actually, didn't you want to go for that? Yes, no, we'll go straight down. There's that bridge you wanted to have a look at. Afternoon. Right, there's a Scarborough train due, which is 2 hours later than it is than the one we got at Cottingley. There's also a southbound train due shortly. Well, a few minutes perhaps. I'll get that one as well. So just looking back to Huddleston Hall, and we could have gone up that path up there, but I won't on this occasion. We'll go under the bridge towards the main road. The amount of times I've been on a train here, Leeds York fast, and thinking, well, what's down here? Where's it go? This bit of a road. So we'll see if we can sit on this side when we come back from York. Right, just under the bridge. Train will be here very shortly now. I'll look back in a minute. Farmers ploughing the field there. I think it's coming. Yep, here we are, red car, Manchester Airport. Not many on it. Let's keep going. Right, there's a left turn just here now. So we'll do it. We could go straight down there, but we'll go down this path just here. Keep us away from the road for a bit. And there's even a little wooden bridge over there, I think, in the distance. The drainage dyke is rather dry, isn't it? Obviously doing a good job. Let's this bit of a bridge now. Slight left. There's a drainage dike here. Oh, a little bit of water in that, but not much. Right, just come to the white gate there and shut it, and this one doesn't need shutting. But there's a lot of, there's a lot of railway things. Look at these, crossing gates and all that. And it says gated road there. Looks like it's an ER. I thought it might have been an older one than that. Anyway, let's keep going now down towards Barkston Ash. Right, we're coming up to the main A162 now. So we're going to go left here. There's a roundabout, I think, just in front of us. Oh, dead pigeon. Rigor mortis and non-half, it's a bit hard, is that? So, left it is, and follow the main road north. Only a short distance, so about a quarter mile, maybe half. Under railway line, and there's a right turn. So A162 Tadcaster, but we're not going anywhere like Tadcaster. There's a lot of the Liverpool train going in front there. Now we came down this road in the opposite direction. That time I did that ill-fated walk from Sherburn and Elm to South Milford. I didn't vlog that, I just took a few photos. Yes, luckily enough we got a lift part way after I hurt my foot. It wasn't the one that had broken back in 2018, it was the other one. And thankfully someone took pity on us, otherwise we would have missed the train at South Milford that time. So looking back, a couple of cyclists here. And yeah, let's keep going. Afternoon. Oh, there's an easy access to the track here for workers. Right, so that's looking back, we've just come. I'm going to turn off the main road now, down there. That is Barkston Ash village just up ahead up there, but anyway, we want to go this way. We'll come to it a little bit later. Is it cold? It's not that easy flying the drone. Right, I think this is about his last chance before we get anywhere near Church Fenton. It is. Right, we just come down where that hedge is down there, through the gate, through here, but we're not going to go underneath this bridge. I think we might have done that last time actually when we did that ill-fated walk from South Sherburn to South Milford. So we'll go a little way down here now, and I will get the drone out because there's literally nothing now to prevent me from doing that really. There's no power lines, there's no murmurations of birds, so we should have no problems. And there's a couple of trains due, one in either direction. Right, here's the Northern Service, just York Leeds. So it's first stop Micklefield. There's a cross-country one due next. Let's see if we can get that with the drone. If not, we'll get it like this. Right, I'll stop a little bit further up, then we'll get the drone out. Cross-country's here now, so here it is. I think it's Plymouth to Plymouth Aberdeen, is it? Check it. Transpennine service. Not sure what it is. Could be the one that calls it Cotting actually at 53, but anyway, let's go around here now and to the village of Barks and Ash, and then eventually over to Church Fenton. Right, I was going to go down Common Road straight down to the station, but we've got enough time to walk this way now, which is via some like duck ponds and whatever. So I might get the drone out again if we can. Let's do it. Right, you can see the duck ponds or whatever they are. There's some swans of course up there as well. So we'll continue down here. It's pretty much sort of over to the right shortly. Whether we'll be able to fly the drone again, I don't know. So we'll find out. Right. There's a right turn somewhere down here now, and that'll take us towards the station. There's one or two planes knocking about, so I don't really like flying planes. Flying my drone when there's a plane about, of course. Right, must be down here now. Right, you can see straight ahead it is a dead end, but that is only as far as cars and other vehicles are concerned. There's also what looks like a no motorcycle sign just below it. So, oh my word, that's old, isn't it? That's very old, that barn and whatnot, farm. So this just here now is the end of the tarmac road. It's just a dirt track. You could get a motorbike down here as easy as that. Sure you could. Limit of tarmac. Right, we've just come down this path now, and the railway is somewhere over that way. So we'll go across this bit of a footbridge over this strange dike. Oh, there's some water in this. Oh, how quaint, how quaint. And it's got more coming in there. Down that way. And another one there. So down here, do you know, I think we could get the drone out here. There's only one little bit of telephone wire there, but that's not a problem, is it? As long as you don't let the drone go in there. Do you know, I think we will. Right, the correct path actually is somewhere just over there, but this looks more definite, so we're stuck with it. And there's some more people just there, so we'll head where they've gone, over that way. That should bring us to Church Fenton. Right, let's head on to the station now. That'll do for drone shots today. My phone battery's getting a bit flat, so because I've used it to follow the route that we're taking and use the drone and check trains as well, so something's coming through now. Anyway, it's pretty much just straight down here at the railway station now. Right, it's literally just straight ahead now. you can go over the railways and get to the machine on platform 1. See if this car comes down here. Nope, didn't think it would. This is where we went down that way as well. When we did that run, I did a jog to Woolerskelf. I didn't have any bags or anything with me that day. And I got to Woolerskelf. Sheffield train was cancelled. So we were stuck there for absolutely ages. If it wasn't for the fact that there was one, well, I think it was a replacement bus for a northbound service. So he took us into York and then we got an express straight back to Leeds. Nothing would stop additionally. Could have done very easily, but it didn't. Didn't get to Pontefract that day, did we? Because that was the plan. It wasn't a Sunday, because the service was running at that time. Sunday's only at the minute. It is. So I was going to go from Woolerskelf to Pontefract Baghill, walk over to Monkhill via the bus station, and then come back into Leeds that way. Didn't happen. Right, Church Fenton, here we are. We have finally done it. Been meaning to do this walk for ages, but never done it. We have. Hiya. Here you can see them from here, can't you? Let's get onto the footbridge. I'll stop the view range in a minute. It does look like they're electrifying this line, doesn't it? Look down there. You can actually see. You might see it on the drone shots actually. There's definitely some overhead stanchions going in there. Right, let's go down and get a ticket and stop view ranger. Right, that's the one from Leeds. Most of these, as I say, don't stop here, but this one does. And I've managed to get a ticket now at the proper price. I have. So see this one go out and then we'll go over to platform 2, which is just the next one across. Because there's no direct service to Leeds until very late tonight. So it's to change at York, straight through. Right, so our next train is here. It should be a 155. I think it is. Non-stop straight to York. Doesn't stop at Woolerskelf, I don't think, on this one. It's 155343, so York, then straight back through to Leeds and Cottingley, hopefully. I just left Church Fenton, and you'll see shortly where we were with the drone. Just over here. Yeah, where the trees are over that way. Right, just coming into York now. We'll reverse here and go straight back through to Leeds, Cottingley. That's the avoiding line there, used by a few freight trains, but a lot of freight trains come to the station these days for some reason. Now I think that is the signal box at York. It controls a vast area. If it's not that, it must be somewhere further around, where the locomotives are just behind there. I think that's what it was. Unless I can't remember now. It's got, yeah, it's that white building there. That's it. That's just not rail, Network Rail offices. Yep, there it is. Scarborough, Huddersfield. So just 2 stops, we're back home. No changing at Leeds. Isn't it great? the move again, heading for Leeds. See if we go up the Leeds line. More chance I think of doing that now from platform 5. Yep, L for Leeds. That's the up main there. So we haven't crossed onto that. Longgate Junction. That's the bridge that raised for the wires back in the late 80s. Dropping your anchors for a bit. Right, on the Leeds now. Just approaching other Skelf now. On the main line this time now, not the Normanton lines. We're on that track on the way in though, of course, even though we didn't stop there. Freight. It's the Knowsley Wilton bin line now, I think that. Watching Church Fenton now. So these are the crossovers obviously to come from the Normanton lines to the Leeds lines now. If you're on those now you can't do anything about it, you can't go to Leeds. Unless you're going by Castleford of course. It'll take you straight down Sherburn, or straight up Sherburn should I say. That's the loop line. So this is where we were a few minutes ago, Church Fenton. So you'll see some of the locations now where we walked. On the downside of the train a minute, this is Barkston Ash, so we're down there, we flew the drone down there, we did. Walked along that path, and then down that way somewhere, to the main road, over there. And walked under this now to the opposite side, down there. That's where we walk down there, down that road. And obviously the other side's up there where that Huddleston Hall is. Right, there's somewhere down here we made a mistake. That's the bridge, yeah. Where we walked up and it was private access. But anyway, we got round it without too much fuss. So coming up to Micklefield there, where we were earlier. Less time to get back, hasn't it? Right there, that's the line to Selby, or from Selby, whichever. Right, just coming back into town now, as in Leeds. Should be platform 16. It is. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, that's that Bibby's down there, Italian place. We must try that when it reopens. If it reopens. Don't want to be pessimistic, but yeah, there's got some good reviews on that place. I wonder where it was. So whenever we get the chance. Two minutes, we're straight in, straight out. Got it here. Right, now the next stop is Cottingley now, so we're almost done. Starting to get dark. I must admit, it's nearly 6 o'clock now. Look at it, it's only just starting to get dark now. So we're heading the right way. Another 3 weeks, is it? We can put the clocks forward an hour. Can't wait. Time since anything last used this viaduct line here going left. Used to go out that way to Wakefield and Doncaster more than the Copley Hill route at one time in the 80s. It's quite rare to go Copley Hill. Right, now back at Cottingley. So convenient, not changing at Leeds. Job again, looks like it. Nobody else on or off. Hopeless. Right. Right, yeah, it's been quite a good day again. 10 miles, just a fraction short, but with all the platform moving about like at York and Cottingley, whatever, and elsewhere at Church Fenton, it's been a good 10 miles of it anyway. So this is playing us out now, so let's walk home. And end the video. Okay, enjoy the video. See you next one. Cue music. Bye for now.